Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, my humble obeisances to you all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj's daily class. Today is Tuesday and we are continuing with our Chaitanya Charitamrita study. Hare Krishna Maharaj, my humble obeisances to you all glories to
Yeah, I forgot all about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj. So we stopped at verse number 5, 14th chapter. So
Yeah, just put up the next verse after the one I did, and
yes, Maharaj.
we'll find one to speak on.
Yes, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Whoa. Okay. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhakta Vindam Balya Lila Angi Prabhu Utana Sayana Pita Mataya Dehi Kaila Chinna Charana. In his first childhood pastimes, the Lord turned upside down, lying on his bed, and thus he showed his parents the marks on his lotus feet. The word uttama also used to mean lying down on the bed faced upward, or lying down flat on the bed. In some readings, the word uttana means standing up. In his childhood pastimes, the Lord tried to catch the wall and stand up. As an ordinary child falls, so the Lord also fell down and again took to lying on his bed. And these are the pastimes of the Lord. Okay, so Griha Duajan Deki Lagopada Chinna Tahe Soba Dwaja Raja Saka Chakra Minna. When the Lord tried to walk in his small footprints, the specific marks of Lord Vishnu were visible, namely the flag, thunderbolt, conch shell, disc, and fish. Dekiya Donhara Chitta Janmila Vishmaya Karapala Chinnagara Napaya Nischaya. Seeing all these marks, neither his father nor his mother could understand whose prints they were. They were struck with wonder. They could not understand how those marks could be possible in their home. Mishraka Bala Gopala Achesi Lasange Tain Hamuta Hanga Gara Kela Jana Range. Jagannath Mishra said, certainly child Krishna is with the Shalagram Shila. Taking his child form, he is playing within the room. Purport. When the form of the Lord is carved from wood, stone, or any other element, it is understood that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is there. Even logically, we can understand that all material elements are expansions of the energy of the Lord. And since the energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is non-different from his personal body, the Lord is always present in his energy. And he manifests himself on account of the ardent desire of his devotee. Since the Lord is supremely powerful, it is logical that he can manifest himself in his energy. Deity worship or worship of the Salagram Shila is not idol worship. The deity of the Lord in the house of a pure devotee can act exactly as he can in his original transcendental personality. Umagyan Timirandasyan Ganajana Salakaya Chaksun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pistaya Bhutale Srimakti Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nevasesa Sunyavadi Pastyatya De Satarine Vanchakalpa Tarubhischa Kripa Sindhu Pacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaho Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Lord Chaitanya in his bald feature, baby-like feature, playing in the house of his parents, Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata. When he walks around, he leaves little footprints on the floor because the floors there are usually muddy or made out of mud. And when he presses down on his feet because he is the supreme power, they see these markings and they think, wow, these are the markings of Krishna. He must be playing within the room. But Jagannath Mishra tries to get very logical, saying, yes, we have Shalagran Shila. And we know that Shalagran Shila is Krishna himself. So when he wants to play, maybe when we're sleeping at night, he walks around the room, playing in the room. And so this is the reason. But actually, they didn't understand that same child who became their son was the actual personality of Godhead. And now he's a little baby and performing his pastimes. The Lord performs his pastimes for his own transcendental pleasure. The Lord is Rasavaisai, which means that he's the king of all sweet rasas, relationships, and he enjoys in his different manifestations as a little boy or as a cowherd boy, as the son of his parents, as the lover of the gopis. This is his pastimes. The Lord is by nature always trying to enjoy with his devotees, and he brings his devotees into his enjoyment so they can also feel transcendental happiness. Sometimes they become bewildered, not understanding that that's actually the Supreme Lord who they're with. Sometimes he plays the role as their son in this case, and they cannot understand. But he is doing this for their pleasure, but mostly for his own transcendental pleasure, because the Lord likes to perform his pastimes wherever he is, in the material world or in the spiritual world. So Krishna, Prabhupada says, Krishna is inviting us. We can also join him in his transcendental pastimes in the spiritual world by becoming fully devoted to him in loving service. And so that is the process of bhakti, to focus on the Lord and to engage in different services meant to please the Lord. And many ways in those pleasure pastimes, we can enjoy transcendental happiness, just like we perform kirtan. Kirtan is meant to glorify the Lord, and it's also meant to give the devotees a great experience of transcendental happiness, which is the perfection of their relationship with Krishna, because glorification of the Lord in the form of kirtan is the means for self-realization in this age. So the devotees sing, and devotees dance, devotees play instruments, and devotees experience many kinds of sweet tastes when they chant the holy names. The chanting is in different moods, so the moods invoke a type of loving mood according to the nature of that mood, and that mood becomes the taste. Just like, there are how to express love in different moods. For instance, there are two main categories of expression. One is feeling separation for the Lord and hankering for that association for the Lord. So chanting and dancing in that mood brings about a great feeling of longing to be with the Lord. And then, of course, the mood of meeting the Lord, where all of a sudden the joy starts to manifest naturally, and one becomes unlimitedly happy singing and dancing, feeling that the Lord is personally present. And then they can experience that happiness because Krishna is personally present. He may not manifest in his personal form, but his holy name is him. So there's no difference between the holy name and Krishna. There's not a slightest bit of difference. And he manifests himself in that sound vibration, which makes it readily available so we can connect with him in loving devotional service. And it's the highest form of glorification. We can glorify the Lord in so many different ways, but kirtan is manifested as the Yuga Dharma, the means in this age for ultimate realization of the nature of the absolute truth in his personal form as Krishna. Here we also hear about the deity. The deity is the Lord himself. It's not like the deity is a representation of the Lord. There are people who think, the materialists think the deity is just some form made out of wood or stone or metal or brass or whatever. And it's just some idea for worshiping some form. They call it idol worship. But it's not even close to that. These forms of the Lord are actually taken from the scriptures, and the scriptures actually define the different forms of the Lord, and they manifest in the form of the deity in these different material elements. And the material elements, as it says here, are created by the Lord himself. So it's the Lord's energy. So when he comes in his form as a deity, he actually performs his Leelas in that mood. And we worship him as in the mood of Vatsalya Ras. The deity becomes dependent on the mercy of the devotee, and we wake him up, we bathe him, we dress him, we feed him, we offer him nice worship, and we also put him to rest, like that. So all of these things are more or less in the mood of Vatsalya Ras, or parental affection, as these things are what you would normally do with your children in the same way. So, and the deity is, as it says in the scriptures, is non-different than the Lord himself. It's not a representation of the Lord, but it is the Lord. There are deities who walk, there's deities who talk, there are many stories. Shakshi Gopal, who became a witness for his devotee in the area of, I can't remember, Kulinagram, I think it was, yeah. He walked all the way from Vrindavan, which was more than 1,000 miles, just to give witness to his deity, his devotee, so the devotee's honor would be kept in place. So there's devotees that, there was one story where one great Alvar in South India, there's some saints, there are 12 Alvars, these are called. They're coming from Tamil Nadu area of India. These are also great Vaishnav saints. One of them, I can't remember his name. I think it was Nam Alvar. He was worshiping the deity in one temple, and he was known as a great devotee of the Lord. So the king wanted to meet him, but he wasn't interested in meeting the king of the area. And so he, on the request of the king's servants to come and meet the king, he refused. When the king heard that, he became a little personally angry. He said, "Who does he think he is? You know, I'm the king of this area. So therefore, because he's refusing to come and meet me, he can't stay here. So you go back and you tell him he has to leave the village, the area." So we went, told him, and so he got up and started to leave. But the deity who he was worshipped was so much attached to him that the deity got up and followed him. And people were watching. He was walking out, and the deity was going behind him. And so when people saw that, they became alarmed. We're losing the deity and this great soul. So the word got back to the king. The king said, oh, I must have been really made a big mistake. I apologize. So bring him back. So he came back. So the deities can walk, the deities can talk. And there's one deity, I can't remember where it is. I think it's somewhere in Udupi. Can't remember. There was one very poor Brahmana who was a great devotee, and he wanted to go into the temple and see the deity, but because of his low caste, they wouldn't allow him into the temple. So there was a window in the very back of the temple where he would look through the window and see the back of the deity from the back area of the temple. Kanaka Das. Okay, yeah, thank you. Sri Devi, she's from that area. So, yeah. And then this went on for some time, but then the deity thought, oh, my devotee, he wants to see me. And so the deity turned around. The deity sat in his position as a deity and just moved his head and body around. And that deity stayed in that position, looking at the back window where his devotee wanted to see him. Yeah. So that was Udupi Krishna also. Yeah. So there's many, many pastimes. We might consider them stories, but they're not. They're actually factual historical events of deities walking, deities talking, deities eating, deities leaving. The deity is Krishna. There is no doubt about that. According to the quality of worship, the deity becomes manifested in his different manifestations of mercy. The more the deity is worshipped nicely, the more the one can feel the mercy of the Lord present in his transcendental form. If we neglect the deity, don't give them proper care, then even the deity may get up and leave, and then there's no deity. And they'll say somebody came in and stole the deity. But actually, the deity wants to leave, so he will come into the heart of some person and say, take me out of here. And that person will do it. And then he goes. So, yeah, so the deity is very much part of the way we worship in this age, because although deity worship is not the Yuga Dharma, it's Bhagavad Dharma, which is Srimad Bhagavatam and chanting the holy names, is the main activities of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Still, Srila Prabhupada introduced deity worship into our society because he knew, for different reasons, that in order to chant the holy names purely, we have to purify our consciousness so we can approach the holy name in a purified state, or at least a state that is higher than the lower modes of material nature. So deity worship is meant to help bring about good qualities in the devotee, such as cleanliness, punctuality, simplicity, many of the qualities that are in the mode of the mode of goodness. So Prabhupada says we have two tracks on the transcendental train: deity worship, Pancharashriki Vidhi, and Bhagavad Vidhi. Both of these go hand in hand. So you see in our society there is much emphasis on deity worship. Although it's not the Yuga Dharma, it is simply emphasized as a means for purification. So we can purify ourselves so we can understand Scripture and also chant the holy names of the Lord. And of course, we can also worship the Lord in his deity form and become purified simply by serving the Lord in that mood. And the Lord will accept our service if it's done with love and devotion. But Prabhupada makes a point, and he talks about it in one class it was in Mayapur, I believe. And he says that if you don't chant your rounds and you expect just to worship the deity, After a while, the deity worship will become, it won't be vigraha, it'll be galagraha. Galagraha means a burden or a burden around the neck. So, and then Prabhupada was saying, and the devotees will think, why did my spiritual marriage master give me this big burden of deity worship? He said, we must chant our rounds early and nicely, and along with that, worship the deity, and both will be a source of transcendental happiness and advancement in Krishna consciousness. Like that. So here, Jagannath Mishra, he's thinking, that shalagram, it must be the shalagram. What else could it be? All of these markings of the Lord Vishnu's lotus feet are all over our house. So he must be playing at night when we're all sleeping. And the Lord will do that sometimes. You never can tell how the deity, I know I have one devotee, is a very wonderful disciple. And he would always tell me he would be worshiping Jagannath. And if Jagannath was not satisfied, he would fall over. And then you would have to put him back up. And after some time, he'd fall over again. Just letting you know that things are not right. Like that. Like that. Or sometimes the deity will do different things just to indicate something, and we'd have to try to figure out what he's trying to say to us. He may drop something from his hands just to teach us something. Like in Jagannath in Rajpur, when one devotee was worshiping the deity there, he was dressing him and putting on various necklaces. So he put on one necklace, the second necklace, third necklace, and he put on the fourth necklace. But as soon as the fourth necklace was placed upon the deity, it fell off. Couldn't understand how that happened. So he picked it up, fixed it, put it back on. The deity fell off again. He was about to do it the third time, and then he hears a voice. The voice becomes clear. Don't you understand? I don't want that one. So yeah, sometimes we say that the Lord dresses himself, and he speaks to his pujari who's dressing him. You do it like this. You do it like this. You put this here. I want this one. He speaks within the mind, and the devotee's thinking he's getting ideas in the mind, but it's actually the Lord speaking to him through his own mind, telling him how he wants him to be, how he wants to be dressed. So we would always think like that. Yes, the Lord, he dresses himself, and he uses us to assist him. That's all. So this is deity worship. There's so many wonderful experiences that devotees can write books about how the deity interacts with the devotees in different ways like that. He's personally present. So if you have deities at home, make sure you do everything first class. Keep everything clean. Keep everything in such a way that you can always be on time, never late with your offerings or with the artis. Offer your food to the deities. Take Krishna Prasadam right there in your own home. All of this is part of Krishna consciousness. And the deity plays a very important role in helping his devotee reach the level of pure devotional service. And there are so many wonderful experiences that devotees have with the deity. You go before the deity one day and you see him, and then you go again the next day and he looks different. Although he may be dressed different, he also appears to be different. Sometimes it looks like he's smiling. Other times it looks like he's not smiling. Other times it looks like he's looking in different directions. So these are different experiences that devotees have when they. So the point is, that's Krishna. That's Radharani. That's Lord Jagannath. That's Lord Chaitanya. These it's not simply some idol, a stone, or representation. It is the Lord himself. And because he's all powerful, he can manifest himself in himself and wherever there is devotion to him. So he becomes personally present in the deity. And the devotee the devotee doesn't have to do anything but serve the Lord very nicely, offer their love and devotion to the Lord, keep everything clean. It becomes a real festival, just serving the deity in so many ways, decorating the altar, making nice vases to decorate the altar, putting backdrops and various types of ornamentations, either on the deity or around the deity. It's just, you can get lost in it. It's so nice. It's like a meditation. So we should try, if we're not initiated, we can have an altar in our home with pictures of the Supreme Lord. If you're initiated, you can ask your spiritual master to give you permission to worship the deity in your home. And then once the permission is given, you can go about fulfilling that desire. Okay. Krishna in his form is the deity.
Thank you, Maharaj. Such a wonderful class. Thank you so much. Dear devotees, any questions or comments or realizations, you can please go ahead now.
Mm-hmm. Srimati, what do you want to say?
Maharaj, so when we are talking about deities, many people ask, like, after we got Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda in our home last year. So they were asking me, like, what is your realization after getting them? But I didn't feel anything. But I felt very happy that Your Holiness was there, and deities came, and I was very happy. But I couldn't share any realizations. So is that any problem with me? I was
Yeah,
thinking.
maybe you're not spending enough time there.
Mm,
Or how much time do you spend with the deities? Mhm.
yeah, I don't know.
Spend
Um,
more time. Spend more time. Decorate the altar nice, or think about how to make it nicer, and you'll get absorbed. And Krishna will speak to you through your mind that he'll say, "Do it like this, do it like this."
mm.
You get so many ideas, and you're thinking, "Well, I'm getting so many ideas." Yeah, but it's not you. He's telling you.
But whenever I'm there before them, I feel guilty that I'm not serving properly. So that mood will come automatically, and I'll be praying to them, please forgive me, I'm not able to serve you enough.
Well,
So,
that's nice, but don't keep that mood all
yeah,
the time. Yeah.
yes.
Oh.
Mm.
Mm. That's nice. You want to think like that, but not continuously, because you can't get into the mood of serving then.
Mm.
Yeah. So, you can also expand your altar. Do you have Jagannath deities too?
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah.
Get a bigger altar.
Yes, we are
That would
planning.
be, yeah, that would be nice. And you can really decorate it up nice. There's so many things you can add. The decorations are just as fun as worshiping the deity. I
Jagannath
have,
is merciful.
wherever I go, I carry Haridas Thakur. That's my deity.
Yeah.
And now I'm at, uh, here in Jalangidam, and I have beautiful vases on the altars, nice pictures, the holy name, and cows and deities and the different decorations. And I'll sit there sometimes and just think about how to make it nicer, how to improve it. Yeah, you can get lost in that.
Yes, Maharaj. Definitely.
That's bhakti. And you know, when Haridas wants, when I take him out in the morning, I think, what should he wear? He's got so many different outfits. So then I'll choose one. Mostly they come in the form of, like this coverings because he's sitting in a lotus position like that, and then offering food, thinking what the deity would like. And cooking for the deity is nice.
Yes, Maharaj. Jagannath always inspires me to cook more. So,
Yeah, the Jagannath is super personal.
yes,
Worship of Gaur-Nitai is kirtan. So if you do kirtan in front of your deities, you'll develop more of a relationship with those deities.
yeah. We are taking deities to the new temple programs. Once a month, we are getting chance, and we are taking deities there so that everyone can have darshan of the Lordship.
Nice. That's nice.
Yes.
Mm, There's a there's a place in the new temple for worshiping the deity.
Yeah, it's a temporary place, and we have arranging a place for them, so that it's like an altar for everyone to come and take darshan.
Good. Nice.
Thank you, Maharaj. Sridevi Mataji, please go.
Thank you, Srimati. Dear Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So, right from the very beginning of my Krishna conscious days, I was always going to temple because the temple was very near. And I had read in Nectar of Devotion that the deities at the temple take precedence over your deities at home. So I was ending up talking to the deities at the temple and spending more time over there than I was with my own deities at home. And that continues even today. I go to temple and I talk to the deities there, but I just sing to my deities when I wake them up and put them to rest. But I don't believe I talk to my home deities as much as I talk to Panchatattva in the temple. So is that something I should change?
Yeah, just see if they want to talk to you. You can ask them, and then you see what kind of response you get. Uh, in your case, temple deities would be more important. But if you're living with family, children, husband, then home deities become more or less the prominent ones.
I mean, it's not like my deities don't talk to me at all. I remember once saying, I don't know what is the sequence, and Lord Chaitanya said, dress Nitai first.
What does he
So
say? He says what?
dress Nitai first.
Oh, yeah, that's how yeah, because he's the older brother.
Right. So then another time, my Nandalal Balgopal said, I'm very thirsty. Give me water to drink because I was late. So it's not as though I've never experienced, but my tendency is to, be in the temple more and look at Panchatattva like that.
Yeah, because you live alone. If you were living with family or like that, you would probably spend more time with the deities.
Right.
Vrindavan Nath and his wife Ananda, was Ananda Vrindavan. She's always talking to her deities, and they're always telling her what they want to wear. She has an amazing relationship with her deities. Sometimes she'll come up with a particular outfit and the deity says, no, I don't want that one. So yeah, Krishna's there. Haridas Thakur, he's extremely tolerant. So even when I don't serve him to the best capacity, he doesn't say anything because he just chants anyway. he just he actually thinks, I think sometimes he thinks that I'm just bothering him because he would rather just chant all the time. Because that's his mood, just japa, that's all.
Thank you, Maharaj. And dear devotees, any questions? You can clear out your doubts, whatever you have about deity worship. Yeah, Somesh Prabhu. You can unmute yourself. You're on mute.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Prabhupada and Maharaj. Maharaj, I would like to, I was just sharing that Advait, my elder son, who is 8 years old, he likes to serve the Jagannath Baldev Subhadra. So before going to school, he likes doing Mangal Aarti and he likes decorating them a lot. Like in Sakranti festival is there, then he's decorating them with kites, and Diwali decoration with crackers. Holi, he does decoration with holy colors. I find that his inclination is more as compared to me that I had noticed. And another thing, like yesterday, just we told him that you are coming to Jen. Then he told that then he just went into the altar, he cleaned the altar, and he on his second step, he just placed the steps for the Haridas Thakur. He know that you carry Haridas Thakur with you. And
Mhm.
there with him, he brought two birds and he decorated. I just shared with you. I don't know. Hare Krishna Maharaj. So I was also very much surprised. He just did all such and made separate space for Haridas Thakur. He know that on second step you keep them below Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Haridas Thakur is from Jagannath Puri. That's what I was thinking. Child is the father of man.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for sharing.
Yeah,
Maharaj,
you can learn from your children what you're supposed to do. What you should be doing. The deity is nice. And some devotees, they have the whole house is like they have one big room just for the deities. They have Radha Krishna deities, so many other Jagannath, Lord Chaitanya, Bal Gopal, so many deities, Nrsingadev, Lakshmi Nrsinga. Don't ever bring in Ugra Nrsinga into your home. That you don't want to do. And if you want to get rid of your husband or wife, just bring in Ugra Nrsinga and he'll completely destroy your marriage in no time. It's a good way you can get a divorce without having to go through the legal process. The Lord will do it for you. Because he doesn't accept worship from grihastas. Ugra Nrsinga only is worshipped by nice sticky brahmacharis or sannyasis. Very strict. So I have, so many experiences with grihastas who have, their marriage went to hell because they were worshiping Ugra Nrsinga. You can do Lakshmi Nrsinga. In fact, it's recommended, but not Ugra. Ugra is only for, just like you go into the altar in Mayapur, you only see sannyasis or brahmacharis on the altar there. That's all. Very strict. And Nrsingadev, he doesn't tolerate any mistakes. He'll let you know when you're off. It's like one brahmachari was sleeping on his bunk bed. He was on the top, this two-tiered bed. Another brahmachari was on the bottom. And all of a sudden he feels the bed shaking. And he's thinking maybe the brahmachari on the bottom is getting up. And the bed keeps shaking. Then he gets up and he sees Lord Nrsingadev sitting on the edge of his bed, the same deity that was worshiping in the temple. And he's shocked. And then Lord Nrsingadev looks at him and says, "When you wake me up, don't shine that light in my eye." He told him not to shine the lights in his eyes. And then the deity disappeared. And the brahmachari just flipped out, He's running all over the temple. And he forgot to get dressed, so he's in his kopans and he's running around in the temple. Completely lost all composure. Sringadev appeared to him. So, Nrsingadev, you don't mess with. You even Lakshmi Nrsinga, you should always worship them with great precision, attention, care, and as much devotion as you can. But when he's with Lakshmi, he's more pacified. He's kind of like, he's like a big pussycat. But when he's not with Lakshmi, be careful. He'll make your life miserable. Not miserable, but difficult.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you so much. Amritaram Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So Maharaj, when we are traveling or we are out for a short period of time, is it a good idea to put deities to sleep, or should we take our deities wherever we go?
If you have, I don't know, it's generally, definitely depends on the deities. Gornitai, you sometimes, they like to travel, you can take them. Ladu Gopal, I don't think you should take him if you have him. But Jagannath, I wouldn't take Jagannath either. I used to have a set of Jagannath deities I used to travel with, but they were my traveling deities. I didn't leave them in any one place. So, yeah. Generally, if you're going for a long period of time, better to put them to rest. And when you're traveling, you have to make sure that they get everything they need and nicely done, even while you're traveling. You can't minimize the worship or the care just because you're traveling. So you have to take that into consideration.
So Guru Maharaj, usually when it comes to my deities, I feel like if the place where I'm going is suitable for my deity worship, I mean, if it's fine, then
That's
I
good.
carry them.
You can do that. Your deities are Gornitai?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Gornitai, they're always traveling.
Okay. So if the place is not suitable enough or struggling place, then I put them to sleep. Is that a good idea?
That's fine. Yeah. You use your discretion to decide. Like I have an Ugra Nrsinga deity, but I can't carry him with me because he requires so much care and attention. And when I'm traveling and preaching, there are so many things that appear that come up in my schedule, and I won't be able to keep a regulated schedule with him, so I don't take him with me. But I take Haridas Thakur because wherever he is, he just sits and chants. He doesn't care. Just give him a nice clean place and chanting, and I don't give him so much boga. I give him prashadam all the time because he's a jiva, so he likes to get mahaprashadam from the deities. I give him boga sometimes, but mostly mahaprasad. Well, you haven't considered a deity is a person,
One more quick question, Maharaj. When we are meeting you, usually I'm very fond of bringing something for Haridas Thakur. So should I offer it to my deities first and then give it to you, or would it be better?
People do it both ways, but if you offer it first to your deity, then he gets prashadam from the deities. That's nice.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Maharaj.
Thank
Yeah, I
you.
have to talk to you about something. I need to speak with you. So I'll call you after class. Just can you make yourself available? No.
Yes, Maharaj. Sure.
After class, yeah. Mhm. Okay, thank you. Yeah, just use your intelligence how to do everything nicely. Don't try to just get by in deity worship. Think how to do it as nice as you can. Cleanliness is really a big part of deity worship, keeping everything clean and neat, nicely decorated. And when you're doing offerings, if it's a home deity, keep it on time.
Dheeraj Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to you, Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj, 2 years back, one of my friend gave me Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra deities. So I kept in my altar and I worship it, but I'm not initiated right now. So should I keep it or like?
You've had him for 2 years already.
Yeah.
So you're asking me after 2 years. What do you
I'm
think
sorry.
what do you think I'm going to say after 2 years of keeping a deity? You shouldn't give him up after all of this time, no.
Yeah, Guru Maharaj, like sometimes when I chant, seeing them, so sometimes I feel like Jagannath is laughing at me, but when I see carefully, so it's the same, but sometimes I feel like he's laughing at me. And
Probably
last
is.
year, huh?
He probably is. Jagannath, he's
Yeah,
very Jagannath's really very personal.
last year on your Vyas Puja day, I celebrated in my home. So I made many garlands for my altar. And I was very unsatisfied, like it is not okay. But when I put it in my altar and when I offered it, it was looking amazing. So yeah.
Yeah, that's Krishna is the source of all beauty, and everything that you connect with him also becomes beautiful. You become beautiful when you get connected to Krishna. The devotees, all devotees natural beauty starts to manifest when they come connected with the Lord in devotion.
So Guru Maharaj, I'm offering bhoga to them, like whatever the temple, like in brahmachari in the temple, I asked them. So whatever guidance I get from them, so I do it in my home. So is it all right, Guru Maharaj?
Yeah, get some advice from the temple and see what they have. Jagannath deities there. Ask them what they offer to Jagannath.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they know more about what the deity likes because Krishna's a person. He likes certain things. Of course, he likes bhakti, but he also has his personal desires too.
Yeah.
What does Jagannath like? There's certain things that they make for Jagannath that he likes. I've forgotten.
Khaja.
Gaja.
Khaja.
Oh, yeah, Gaja.
Khaja. Khaja. I made khaja, Maharaj, several times. Like during Rath Yatra, I made khaja, make khaja and offer it. And I
You
offer
can
in the
do
temple also.
you can do two kinds of gaja. One is salty and one is sweet.
Yeah.
You can do both. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he likes. That's one thing. There's other things. There's books, many books about Jagannath. Tells you a lot about his worship, his personal likings. Bhakti, what was it? What's his name? Bhakti.
Purushottam Swami.
That's it. Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj. He's written at least 3 or 4 books on Jagannath.
Yeah.
And there's a beautiful book called, what's it called? Vaikuntha on Earth, I think it's called. And that has everything you want to know about Jagannath, all of the worship, all of the festivals, all of the inner arrangements of Jagannath's temple, the history, the kings that were serving Jagannath at different times. That book is, I mean, unbelievable. It's called, I think it's called Vaikuntha on Earth. Yeah. Fat book. It's really maybe like 600 pages or so. Very detailed about the worship. Because there's so many festivals centered around Jagannath. Many festivals. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you can get absorbed in your deity.
Yeah.
That's getting absorbed in Krishna.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Thank you,
All
Guru
right.
Maharaj.
Hari, we got Radha Vinodini. She's up.
Yes, Radha Vinodini Mataji, please go.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to you. I
Hare-
was just wondering, maybe can I share a personal story in this regard?
Yes, please. We like that.
So I mean, I'm not such an elevated devotee that these very beautiful pastimes would go on, but many years ago, just after when I got my Gornitai deities, something interesting happened. That once, while I wasn't at home, one robber came to my home, and he wanted to break the door. And and my neighbor, who was at that time already an elderly lady, she heard the noise and came out of the and somehow disturbed this robber, who was frightened and just left. And I mean, it's not such a big thing, but I really became conscious at that time that I take it for granted that I have my deities here at home, and they are here because I brought them here and they have to stay here. But then I realized that, okay, but whenever they want to go and leave, then they can. So if I don't please them, so if they are not really satisfied in this place, they can leave whenever they want. And for me, it was such a nice reminder, which I need regularly. but but it was nice to understand these things, that it's not like they cannot move, because if they
Oh,
want,
yeah.
they can.
There was the deities in Columbus, Ohio, Gornitai in Columbus, Ohio. I was preaching there for many years. And some hippie kind of guy came in and stole the deities, both Gor and Nitai, right off the altar. And then they were gone. And we were wondering what happened. So this hippie guy, he brought it to one of these, what do you call them, a head shop. You know what a head shop is? Anybody know? Head shop is where they sell, hookah pipes and all kinds of unusual things for the hippie generation. It's like a hippie shop, And so this guy who stole them brought the deities into the shop, and he wanted to get some money for them. So the guy said, all right, I'll give you $5, $5. So he got $5 for Gorditai and left the deities there. And one of our devotees just happened to go into the shop, and he saw Gorditai there. And he was thinking, well, they got stolen. Here they are in the head shop. So he asked the guy, he said, yeah, some guy came in. I gave him a few dollars for it. He said, I'll sell it to you for $10. Okay. So we got Didi's back. So I think the reason why they left was the worship was not up to par. And then when they came back, everyone understood we need to become more, expert and more, enthusiastic in our worship. They're very special deities.
Wow, such an inspiring story, and yeah, it's always worth remembering that Lord can leave anytime.
I should tell you the whole story. We had the deities were in another place earlier, and that temple started to close down. And they were closing down, and then people were taking different things, and Gornitai was there. And I was thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? I was just a traveling preacher. So I took Gornitai and I hid him in the closet. And after they cleaned the whole place out, they didn't find Gornitai. And then I took them and I brought them to Columbus. So that's how they got there.
Amazing story.
Yeah. I had a lot of experience with deities. I always liked deities, but because I'm traveling, it's hard to maintain deity worship. So now I just keep Srila Haridas Thakur. But I have a place in Croatia where I have Prabhupada, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, and Ugra Nrsimha.
I was just wondering because, for example, in my case, I somehow don't have that kind of deep relationship with deities. But for example, in my case, somehow I more likely feel this relationship with Krishna through hearing and reading these teachings, and is it possible or is it necessary to develop this relationship through different kinds of different angas of service?
Yeah, it's nice. The relationship is bhakti. And if you're worshiping your deity, it's very personal. And Krishna puts himself in the position of being served by his devotee, and therefore he becomes dependent on the devotee. Although he's the Supreme Lord, he takes the role of becoming dependent. So developing a relationship is pretty much natural.
I was just thinking, because you mentioned that that whenever we give energy, focus, and time, then this relationship can be developed. So
Yeah.
as our so sometimes focus goes one way, and somehow not so much time for the other way, and that's why I was thinking that.
Just like when we establish deities in the temple, we do it with a ceremony called prana pratishtha. Prana pratishtha is a formal ceremony with it's a yajna with a lot of mantras and chanting, and takes a long time. And then once the prana pratishtha ceremony, sometimes the ceremony lasts a couple days. And then the deity is installed, and at that point, the deity becomes Krishna, non-different. But in the home, the prana pratishtha ceremony is not usually performed. But then how do you establish Krishna as being the deity in your home? It's called time. Time. So by worshiping the deity in the course of time, the deity actually becomes Krishna, because the deity is not eternal. It becomes eternal once the Lord enters, then it becomes eternal. But before then, it's just a form of the Lord. And then when the worship starts, the Lord enters into the deity, and the deity becomes non-different than the Lord.
Yeah, it was interesting, because while you said these things, just one thing came into my mind, that it's probably also a matter of desire, because I had once this experience when I was in the temple dressing the small deities for evening, and I was really thinking about this topic, how I could develop more this desire and this relationship. And maybe it was Gornitai's answer at that point, because the curtains, because of the dressing, were closed. But at that time, from the side, one Indian guy came and just looked pulled it aside and looked into the altar and said, like, Hare Krishna, and just disappeared. And I was thinking that, okay, maybe this is not the most, how to say, not according to the rules, but it showed how strong desire he had, that although the curtains were closed, just wanted to see Krishna. And it's that simple. So sometimes I just how to say, I make it more difficult than it is. And this is so simple that we just have to develop desire, and when it's there, it helps all the other things, which are the form of worship.
And for grihastas, deity worship is mandatory, either at the temple or at home. You have to regularly worship your deities every day, either at the temple or establish deities at home. If you don't, Prabhupada gives a very strong statement. He says your falling down in spiritual life is guaranteed. So deity worship is mandatory for Grihastha ashram. Mandatory.
Thank you for the clarification.
Okay, good.
Amritanam, Maharaj, can we take the question?
Amritanam, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. So, just a quick one. I wanted to share one small incident which I faced at least when I was doing the service of Jagannath Ji at the Bhaktivedanta Hospital. I served there. They're very beautiful deities. So it happened once that there's a traditional dish, a Gujarati dish, which I wanted to make for Jagannath Ji. I'm very fond of cooking for Jagannath Ji, and I wanted to make that traditional dish for him. I prepared it. There are a lot of ingredients in it, and I prepared a day before. And there's a very specific ingredient which I especially got from from place where I was brought up. So very soft and tender. The papri, what do you say, vegetable. So, and it happened that I kept it ready the day before 11 o'clock at night. Also kept everything ready, and the next day when I went to the went for the seva, I forgot one of the ingredient, the main ingredient. So without which that dish could not be possible. And I was so disheartened that I made all the preparations and then just one small mistake and it just ruined it. So I was just regretting it. And the head chef who was there in the kitchen, she said that, okay, no worries, let it go. And she took out the jackfruit from the refrigerator. And when I saw the jackfruit, I could understand that Jagannath ji wanted jackfruit, not the traditional dish I was going to try to serve him. So he loves jackfruit. We have heard many stories of Jagannath ji, having jackfruit. So that day I saw that jackfruit. I looked at Jagannath ji, and I felt as if Jagannath ji was laughing at me that serve me the jackfruit, not you don't serve me the dish you wanted to make today. So I was just laughing, and then we made that, and it was a very personal experience, Guru Maharaj, that Jagannath ji was telling you made all the all the preparations, but I wanted something else. So cook something else.
Yeah, they'll tell Jagannath will tell you. And you're right, he loves jackfruit. Very much.
Yeah. So then all the regret and all that downheartedness, that all went away. And because he wanted it, so let me serve him what he wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, the Lord's there. The more you serve with devotion, the more you can connect with him, and he'll talk to you, tell you you're nonsense, and laugh at you, and then also smile when everything is nice. He's there. The deity is there. It's not some stone or idol, and it's not like it's not doing anything. We can't see. We don't have the eyes. Chain premanjaritam bhakti vilochanena santasa daivam hridayeshu vilokayanti yam shama sundar chinta guna sarupam govindam adipurusham tamaham bhajami. He's there personally in his deity form. I'll tell you a story. We can end with my story. A very nice girl from Bosnia. Can't remember her name now. She was in the war during the Balkan Wars, and she almost died in the war. But somehow Krishna saved her. So I knew her. And then she was telling me one story where she went to Brother Shyam Sundar's temple in Vrindavan. And she came, and she's standing there in front of the deities, and she's looking at Radharani. Radharani's holding an apple. And then she's thinking, boy, I would like that apple. And then the curtains closed and the darshan was over. She left. And then the next day she came back again and Didi was open. Radharani's there, but Radharani doesn't have an apple that day. So now she's taking the darshan and the pujari comes up out. He's walking right towards her and he's got an apple in his hand. And he comes up to this girl and he says, Radharani wants you to have this apple, but the apple's not for you. There's one girl, she's living in Croatia, and he named her. She's pregnant, 6 weeks, but she's having much difficulty with her pregnancy. Radharani says, you give this apple to this girl. When she eats it, all of her complications, difficulties from pregnancy will be gone. And then you tell her that when it'll be a girl, and when the girl is born, you name it Radha. Now you think about that one. So she took the apple, found the girl, gave it to her. It was true. She was having difficulties in her pregnancy. She ate the apple. All the difficulties went. And then when it was time to give birth, the girl came out and she named it Radha. I don't know, maybe Sombadachi might know her. She's married to Istadev Gore. You know Istadev Gore? And his wife, I can't remember her name. Beautiful name. It's just like slips my mind. I'm bad with names. But she told me this whole story. And I believe her because somewhere else, she's not part of this world, this girl. It's just like, she's from another planet. So, yeah, so, you know, there are experiences like the Didi gets really personal, very personal. Depends on the devotee, how much the devotee is deep in devotion. Okay, so we can stop here.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much. Such wonderful stories. And thank you, dear devotees, for sharing your realizations and stories. Thank you so much.
Okay, I need to talk to Amrita Nam, but I'm going to chat with you for 2 rounds.
Yes, Maharaj.
I'll do 2 rounds, and then after 2 rounds, I'll have to call Amrita Nam because I have to give her some important instructions.
Yes, Maharaj.
She's getting scared now. Okay. Go front. You still have time to run in front of your deities and say, save me. Okay.
I'll chant, Maharaj. I'll chant and tell them Gauranitai.
They'll save you, don't worry.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you so much. We'll start the japa.
Yeah, thank you. It's nice to do Chaitanya Charitamrita. We'd like to get deeper into it. Okay. So I'll be with you for 2 rounds and then I'll just disappear. Okay. Jai Sri Krishna, Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrindam, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Ram Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna 28 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna. 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 Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. 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 Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Nila Madhavan, so sweet. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Sabiton, Giobani, Hare Krishna, Mercolidi, Martidi. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Anybody wants to take care of the slideshow? Sridevi Mataji, would you like to continue chanting? I have to leave.